Hi there, it is our pleasure to have you join us for another informative weekend edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Adrian Atkinson. Inside the pages today, Healthwise explores interventions for promoting mental wellness in children, plus the rearing of freshwater fish, tilapia, for food and nutrition security. Stick and stay for these and more interesting features you don't want to miss. It all unfolds right after this important message.
Transformations 2023, People, Quality and Technology is a public exposition of the JCF by the JCF for all our stakeholders, and that means you. Between May 11 and 14 at the National Arena in Kingston, you will meet our people. We'll share many of our new and emerging police technologies. We'll provide insights into our quality journey, a journey of transforming the service you get at our stations, on the road, and anytime or anywhere you need us. We'll demonstrate to you how we are building, how we are transforming, and how we are improving to serve you better. This is my personal invitation to journey with us. Join us at the expo. Experience a side of the JCF you have never seen before. Transformations JCF 2023. People, Quality, and Technology. See you there.
Sustainable development must take into account the proper management, protection, and preservation of the natural environment. In this next feature, we'll hear how the government is ensuring this for 15 ecologically sensitive areas across the country.
The following is an excerpt from the 2023-2024 budget presentation by Prime Minister the Most Honourable Andrew Holness.
15 ecologically sensitive areas across the island have been identified for enhanced protection. These geographical areas will have restrictions on the types of activities that may be permitted in order to preserve their hydrological or ecological functions and services. Low-impact development, such as ecotourism, may be permitted in these areas, but the restrictive conditions and approval from the relevant regulatory authorities must be received. Madam Speaker, not only have we completed the policy work, but we have also moved swiftly to implementation. The first is Industry Cove in Hanover, Bogue, St. James, Montpelier, St. James, Winds, Morass, and Oyster Bay, Trelawney, Bengal in St. Anne, Fern Gully in St. Anne, Holland Bay, St. Thomas, Long Mountain, St. Andrew, Palisadoes, that is the Port Royal Protected Area Conservation Zones, Shooters Hill, St. Catherine, Hellshire Hills and Goat Islands, St. Catherine, Canoe Valley, Manchester and Clarendon, Great Bay, and that's in St. Elizabeth, and the Negril Great Morass in Hanover and Westmoreland. At the core of these and other initiatives is the call for 30% of our land and marine areas to be protected. And Madam Speaker, I am pleased to report that we will exceed that target. In this financial year, we declared the Black River Protected Area and the under the Natural Resources Conservation Authority Act. Madam Speaker, you would recall that at that time, I made a further commitment to make the Pedro Keys and surrounding waters a protected area. This has now been completed. And I have the act that does that here. Madam Speaker, it is clear that the government is actively pursuing greater legislative and practical protection for our environment. We have, however, also been pursuing significant restoration efforts. I am pleased today to report that through the efforts of the Forestry Department and many other national stakeholders, we have passed the mark of 2.5 million trees planted nationally. Madam Speaker, I have directed the Forestry Department to coordinate and work with the National Works Agency to ensure that along all new road projects, trees will be planted to soften the impact of the infrastructure, as well as to improve the aesthetics of the area, increase biodiversity, and contribute to the reduction of the heat island effect, particularly within urban spaces. Madam Speaker, The technology exists, the equipment exists, and this is done quite often. Not all the trees will survive. But you know what, Madam Speaker? Because we respect our environment, and we respect that the tree has a life, that we who are masters of the environment will act in a way that is respectful and protected.
Know your numbers and control the keys to a healthier heart. Know the numbers for your blood pressure, cholesterol level, blood glucose level, and your weight and body mass index. Find out the risks they represent and what you need to do to stay healthy. Talk to your doctor and start making healthy lifestyle choices to prevent a heart attack or stroke.
It is so very important to protect and preserve nature and ensure developments take place with that balance. Another important area to which we all need to pay attention is our mental wellness. In this next feature, we learn more about how children can use critical wellness skills to cope with mental challenges.
Good health, especially our mental health, is an important factor to achieving success. And so, taking care of our body, particularly our brain, which regulates how we function, is key.
It's how we think, it's how we feel, it's how we navigate and how we connect with each other and how we function, right? And when we're mentally well, it means that we can grow, it means that we can flourish, it means that we can achieve the goals that we've set out to achieve.
Mental wellness is one of the 4 dimensions of health, the others being the spiritual, physical, and the social. They all feed into achieving stability.
We talk about in terms of mental healthness, it's feeling balanced, right? It's being able to think and it's being able to function well.
The fact is, the ebbs and flow of life are normal, and so understanding and applying coping methods is paramount. It is said that this is the foundation on which character is made. So ask for help when needed, maintain positive relationships, and take control of the situation. More later. The COVID-19 pandemic has created challenges within the mental realm for many persons, and the Ministry of Health and Wellness, having assessed the impact, has crafted a national program of response.
So this program is intended on bringing the experts together and to just help us to readjust back to the normal life that we used to. Because COVID has been devastating on us. Some people call it mental health, we call it mental wellness. Because we're not promoting the negative, we're promoting the positive. We are saying that your state of mind should be positive about life.
The program, spearheaded by psychiatrist Dr. Sophia Longmore, seeks to promote a better understanding and acceptance of mental well-being, with special attention being paid to children in schools exhibiting deviant behavior. It evaluates root causes and provides psychosocial support.
The need is great for mental wellness in our society at this time. And my role in the Senate, in the upper house of Parliament, along with being a psychiatrist and president of the Jamaica Psychiatric Association, kind of made it such where I could help to make this happen. So this is a collaboration between the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the Ministry of Education and Youth, the Jamaica Psychiatric Association, and the Jamaica Psychological Association. It's a national program that we're doing, but we are starting with where we think the need and the impact is greatest at this time.
Our youth have been negatively impacted by COVID-19, with some reporting to be overly stressed from the lack of face-to-face interaction and tactile in-classroom learning experience for over 2 years. Having to adjust when the call came in for in-person sessions has added to mental angst.
It is okay that you did forget some of the study techniques. What we have to do now is to learn to re-engage. Learn now to live as a young person again. To enjoy your education experience. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your classroom setting and your teacher. And don't make anything bother you so much that you sit down by yourself in loneliness, fear, and anxiety. We're saying that no matter how you feel depressed, or lonely, or anxious, or uncertain, no matter how much the work is giving you trouble, or your circumstances at home may be a little problematic, we are saying that we are here for you. There's someone you can come talk to, and there are ways to overcome all of that.
The intervention, which began in June, targets schools across the island with face-to-face and virtual sessions and provides support for school administrators to cope with the challenges. The expert counsel from these sessions provides an appreciation of the concepts and techniques of mental wellness that we could all use as part of our coping mechanism.
When we speak about mental health, right, how do we ensure as young people that our mental health is appropriately addressed? Well, one, it's important for us to identify what makes us happy, what's our strengths, and also to identify what's our sources of stress. So for example, if you know there's a particular friend group, right, that brings you joy, that brings you happiness, so guess what? Know your tribe. Know your group that feeds you and feeds your energy. If there's another group or an environment that every time you go there you feel nervous, you feel anxious, you don't want to be there, identify your source of stress and stressors. So if you know that, what do you do then? If you know there's a group or an environment that's not really sitting with your soul and your spirit, distance yourself because you don't need that, right? Listen, we know life has stressors, but I guarantee you, being positive, expressing gratitude, sometimes just write down a list of things of what you're grateful for. It feeds into your well-being. It feeds into how you see the world and how you navigate your challenges. And just be mindful that everybody's paths are different. We're all unique, we have our strengths and we have our flaws, and that's okay. Additionally, we have to practice self-worth. And what do we mean when we say we have to practice self-worth? You can hug up yourself. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are deserving. And know that the others around you are worthy and deserving.
Major red flags used to identify when we are not well mentally includes lack of concentration or not being able to retain information, a drastic change in appetite, being easily irritable outside your typical window of annoyance, being excessively worried or anxious, prolonged sadness and withdrawal from friends and family.
How then do we combat these things so that we don't get to the red flag level? Well, I have the first one there, drink water. But what does that mean if the majority of your body or your body has a high percentage of water? It means you're always using it, right? You get up, you breathe, you're paying attention now. So you have to replenish your body. You have to drink your water. Less sugar, we spoke about that. Exercise, we spoke about that. We spoke about making your little gratitude list. It's important to be grateful. It's important to highlight the positive interactions. You're not neglecting and you're not minimizing your negative interactions or experiences. But when the good things happen to you, jot it down. Remind yourself. So when the bad things happen, you remember, oh, you know, I was on the honor roll. Oh, you know, my mother said I was lovely today. Oh, you know, I got an A.
Practicing good breathing exercises and getting adequate sleep by establishing a bedtime routine also provides mental benefits. Cheers to good mental health.
Children are the future, and ensuring our future is healthy requires that children are always provided with nutritious foods to grow well and live long. Unhealthy diets high in sugar, salt, and fat consumed by children may make them obese and prone to non-communicable diseases later in life. Healthy foods and beverages not only help them learn better, but also protects them from non-communicable diseases such as some cancers, diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular diseases in their childhood and adult life. So, whether it's at home, in the lunch bag, or at school, let's make healthy foods and beverages for our children the only rule.
We are near the close of today's magazine, but we want to leave you with an appreciation for the farming of freshwater fish and how the government is supporting increased production for food and nutrition security. Take a look.
According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, in a 2011 UN-published report, Jamaica has one of the highest levels of fish consumption per capita in the Americas, with 30.6 kilograms of raw fish weight per annum. A substantial portion of the over 80% of marine fish consumed in Jamaica is, however, imported. The National Fisheries Authority is therefore focusing on tilapia production and marketing to meet the growing local appetite for fish. This has become necessary, especially due to the decline in coral reef fish stocks, the increasing demand for seafood, coupled with the huge untapped local market for tilapia, providing a perfect opportunity to increase import substitution.
Tilapia is very important to the Jamaica food security strategy. For one, it's a priority under the National Fisheries Authority as to increase food and nutritional security. There are a lot of agricultural lands available that are capable of having fish ponds on it. There's also other government agencies who are looking to collaborate with to be creating aquaculture parks where we'll be having multiple ponds where persons can come on to grow their fish there, where we'll have the setups. We're teaching our farmers to do this as a business, to do it technically sound, to use the technical advice that the NFA will provide for them so that they will be able to become more profitable, where the growth times will be shorter, where the quality of the fish will be better, where the consumer will be happier.
Getting started in fish farming, it's as easy as ABC. Persons first need to get in contact with the National Fisheries Authority. Then, someone from our office will actually come, speak to the person, make arrangement to come and visit the location, and then we'll do what we call a site evaluation. Your next step is to get registered with the National Fisheries Authority. Registration process is easy. You call our office, also someone will come and verify that you are a farmer, and you would need some items such as a government issued ID, 2 passport size pictures certified by a JP, fill out the application form, and only $600.
The local industry is regulated and supported by the government to ensure quality standards.
Farmers will have to maintain their water quality where possible. They can get it assessed if needed. If you are feeding your tilapia according to stocking density, making sure that they're getting the right quantity of feed, then it reduces the risk of you overfeeding the pond, and feed that is not eaten by the fish will then stay in the pond and become rotted. That will of course disrupt your water quality. This is the algae that they will feed on that will permeate through their system and causes the flesh to taste like mud.
Depending on the size of the pond, so if it's a 1 acre pond, well, that 1 acre pond can stock anywhere between 10 to 15,000 advanced fries, and those normally take 6 months to reach maturity.
If you live on your farm, it can be extremely profitable. You can make 50% on your investment in every crop. We look for ponds that are not aerated, not artificially aerated. We look for about 4,000 pounds per acre per crop, and ponds that are aerated, we look for between 6,500 to 8,000 pounds per acre. You have to maintain the best water quality possible, especially as you approach harvest time.
A lot of people in Jamaica don't really fully know about tilapia. I introduce it to a lot of people, and some of them are my best customers now, and before that they never know much about tilapia.
Aquaculture, especially that of tilapia, can fill the gap in the health-conscious demand for quality seafood products. Its firm texture and mild flavor makes it ideal for a variety of cooking methods. Tilapia also offers several attractive benefits for the householder and food service providers. Its high appeal and high profit as a center-of-the-plate item. Menu versatility, as tilapia works well with many different flavor profiles. The fact that it is low in calorie and fat for healthy menu applications. It is free of saturated fats, high in omega-3 fatty acids, a good source of protein for weight management, a natural fish which originated in Africa.
You can have tilapia taste whatever way you want it to taste. If we get more Jamaicans supporting this and buying product Jamaica, because that's really what it is, because it's grown and produced here, it can do wonders for the economy.
And while the appetite for tilapia is big at home, this versatile product is increasing in popularity in North America and Europe, providing lucrative export potential.
Do not use your cell phone while driving, please. That call or text can wait. Do you really have to stream that video while driving? It's not worth your life, nor that of other road users. Stay alert, stay off your phone, and arrive alive.
Creativity is inventing, experimenting, growing, taking risks, breaking rules, making mistakes, and having fun.
I've seen some books, I've seen some authors, and I've seen some local producers of some nice things that we like to cherish.
There is no doubt that Jamaicans are a set of creative people. Since the start of time, we have been turning our hands to make fashion, and we have not disappointed one bit. The creative scene on the island has grown, and more artists, artisans, craftsmen, and women have dedicated their time and resources to bettering and promoting their craft. And it is for this reason we as a people should support local art and craft. One such place that creates an avenue for this group of creatives is the Michael University College. We stopped by the Michael's annual Art, Craft and Things pop-up shop when it took place in November to see what the artists and craftsmen were exhibiting.
Hi, I'm Margaret Christie, the event coordinator for the Michael pop-up shop. This is not the first year Michael is doing this. They've been doing it for quite a while, but it was usually an internal event. And they decided that they want to make it bigger and better and invite external vendors. So they asked me to assist, and so I reached out to a couple of the artisans. I'm a part of the artisan community myself. So I reached out to them. They all loved the idea and loved the campus and wanted to be a part of this pop-up shop.
Feasting our eyes on these mouth-watering, well-seasoned slices of jerk pork seems just about right. But before we all get a little too hungry, let's hear from some of the entrepreneurs and artisans showing examples of the quality of art to be had right here in Jamaica.
Yes, I'm Carl Dennis. I'm the artist for this work that you're looking at behind me. My work is inspired by the stained glass that's in the Catholic or the Anglican Church. The vibes come from it. So what I do is work with my technique, which is a mixed media in my work. That is my signature pieces, and the effect is, you can see, is glowing. I like to get the vibes in my work and make them shine.
My name is Akila Africa, and I'm with Black Butterfly. Well, I'm a wire bender. That's one of the techniques that I use. Did you know that wire has a grain? So I like to, when I'm making my rings, I really try to listen to the wire and bend it the way it wants to be bent. So we start with a mandrel, and we get the measurement of the person's finger, and we take our wire and we wrap it just to get the form, and then we can go crazy. Do whatever design, weaving. There's a technique called basket weaving. We can add beads, we can add stones. The possibilities are endless. I just really love jewelry. I love fashion, and I really believe that we express ourselves through what we wear. It's one of our modes of expression.
I am Devon Garcia. I work in wood and paper.
My main work is really wood carving, starting from out of school, from a hobby, not having nothing much to do. So the truth is they used to call me like the pretty dots, okay? So I use up my time to doing something that I can do. So I started to draw. People like my drawing. When I get work to do, I can't manage it, I just draw the entire classroom, okay? So I always get away with things by using it's my escape to everything. So from out of school, I've been drawing. People like it. One day by accident, I just find a little piece of wood, start my first carving, one screwdriver, sharpen it, turn it into a chisel. And from one screwdriver, I did my first carving. Win numbers award, local award in national exhibition and thing, medal, gold, bronze, certificate, you name it. Last award was being inducted in the Caribbean Hall of Fame, and that's all about it, you know. Never stop working, and years of experience develop my work, because I would encourage people to, anything you can do, don't care how simple, just put everything you have inside of it, master it. After that, now then you're free to experiment at anything else you want.
Having left Mexico several decades ago, it's still one of my favorite spots. And I just was coming in to talk to a young Mexico student, and I bumped into this. It is inspiring. I've seen quite a number of cultural things. I've seen things on Marcus Garvey, my favorite hero, and I've seen some entrepreneurs. I've seen some books, I've seen some authors, and I've seen some local producers of some nice things that we like to cherish. I want to congratulate the persons who are actually displaying their material, because this is where we need to be self-sufficient and do quite a lot of our things ourselves.
Hello, my name is Eden Emmanuel Williams, and I am 9 years old. I created 2 books called The Little Girls and the Cave and The Little Girls and the Woods. It's a short series about 3 little girls who go on amazing adventures. It's for ages 4 to 12, well, all ages, but ideally for 4 to 12.
I'm Jenny. I'm 13. The name of my business is Jenny's Resin. What we do is we buy cups and we customize them to your liking. So we can put your name and anything on it. We do many different types of designs for whatever you like at different costs. The machines that we use Cricut Space, and what works with Cricut is vinyl. So right here is vinyl is basically like a piece of sticky paper that can cut out like any shape or word you want, and then you peel off the back and you paste it on this.
All the proof you need that our Jamaicans are beyond talented and resourceful. Across the island, you'll find a number of events or exhibitions offering an avenue for these creators to promote their works. What's happening near you? Get out of your house and go and explore the beautiful and creative works of our Jamaican people. You'd be surprised at what you can find.
And this is where we ended the program for today. Be sure to join us again tomorrow for another show. Until then, there is more to watch by visiting our website, jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Walk good, live good, and see you next time.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.